Alright, we have a helicoil. It's an 832 thread. We got some little stubby short ones here. So we got the tap and the insert tool. We'll probably have to drill the hole out a little bit. So looks like we use an 11/64 drill. Have to find one of those someplace. Where do we have one of them at? And try taping off the hole so I keep the crap out of it. That way I don't have to strip this thing completely down again, which I don't want to do. There we go. Alright, hopefully it'll stay in there. Okay, what's that size again? 11/64. Let's see, 11/64. 1311. Be like this one here. So you have a drill index. Sometimes you need those. Ooh, looks like about the right size. Now, this is going to be the fun part. We get to drill it. We're going to use that big drill. That big drill press right there is what we're going to use. First thing I have to do is crank this thing up a little bit. Warms me up too. A little chilly in here. All right. 11/64. Got a precision mock-up blocks here. What could possibly go wrong? First problem. I can think of all kinds of things that will go wrong. Okay, 11/64. So first I'm going to measure to see if this actually is 11/64 because it seems a little bit big. So 11/64 is 172 more or less. Mm, 172.5, that's pretty close. I'd say that's probably the right size. Alright, that means we're going to go over here and make a big mess. See if we can't screw something up. Okay. Here we go. Lots of chips. So go a little bit deeper. I don't know if you can see in there, but not quite to the bottom, but pretty damn close. One more shot. That's it. all the way to the bottom. See, it's clean all the way in the bottom there. Do not over drill. We don't know what's underneath there. Something we probably don't want to hit if we don't have to. Okay, so there's our drill done. Put tools away when you're done with them, that we don't lose them. Keep hitting it. Okay, little tapping fluid there. What's wrong, Scooby? Scooby don't know what to do. He's following me around. That bum scared him. Did that nutty bum scare you, Scooby? Huh? What are you doing down there? Yeah, you. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? You waiting for dinner? Yeah. He's not happy. Too bad. He'll get over it. Maybe. Okay, this little titty is going to keep me from tapping all the way down. So that much of the thread doesn't do a damn thing, which is going to be a problem. So I need to grind this tap down flush to make more of a bottoming tap. I'm only going to have about 3 threads to hold with. So I'm going to go ahead and tap it initially with this, and I'll grind it. Make it more of a bottoming style tap, but still not a bottoming tap. Just do this by hand. Nice stable surface. Gonna eyeball it. Pretty close. Could be straighter. Yep, definitely could be straighter. Looks a little bit straighter. That's it, bottomed out. We'll break it off. Come out straight. Okay, so I'm going to go blow off a couple of these threads here, make it more of a bottoming tap. I've only got one tap, so we'll have to use this one. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. So I ground a tit off the front and about one of those threads worth. So I could probably take one more off maybe, but I really don't want to. Right now it still is used as a conventional tap. If I take another thread off, it's going to turn into a bottoming tap without the correct cutting edge. So it might become worthless if you do that too much. Okay, so I'm going to put it back in the hole and go down another couple turns hopefully. Okay, let's have 1, 1.5, ooh, 2, 2.5. Oh, we're getting all kinds of. There, we went like 3 turns more. All right, that was good. Didn't think I took so much off. I get a full heat coil in there now. Okay. Blow it this time, carefully. Okay, yeah, we have a lot of thread in there now. Go try it one more time. Just to make sure we got everything we can get. Quarter of a turn more. Okay. I'm pretty sure we can get a full heater coil now and down in the hole. Before I was going to have to shorten, I thought. That's why I brought my dikes. I think now we're good. So heater coil has a tang that drives it. Tang is cut right here. That's what drives it in there. So you have to push it in, but if you push on a tip, you break it. You got to push on the heater coil on the bottom to actually get them to start. These little light ones, you just use your thumbnail. Heavier ones, we use a screwdriver bit. So I just got that started with my finger, just by turning it. Then we switch over to our driving tool. Okay. If you have to fight this at all, there's something wrong. Be nice if the darn part wasn't flopping all over the place, so I'm trying to do this. You want the helicoil to go half a turn below the surface. There's flush. Or at least a quarter of a turn. A little bit. We'll see. So you go, it's all inserted in there. Make sure I'm below the surface there a little bit. It looks okay. Checking my glass. Okay, it looks good. Okay, now there's a little tang in the bottom of the hole we got to pop with a screwdriver. Let's see if I can get to show you what that actually looks like in there. See a little tang right there? I'm going to break that off. And you can see I want to have the helicoil below the surface here, so when you tighten it down, it's not tightened on the helicoil, it's tightened on the actual thread you want it to be on. And you want to make sure it's below the surface a decent amount. See how the insert is below the surface there, it looks like. About a turn, half a turn. That's what you want. You go in too deep, the screw won't work. Because the screws are kind of short. Okay, so I take a little flat blade screwdriver like that. You put it right on the tang, at the base of the tang. Just give it a little whack. Should break off cleanly. Put the screwdriver in there and wiggle a bit, see if it is broken. It didn't feel very good, but hard to tell. Looks like it just bent down to me. So there's the tang. Oop, too close. See how it looks like it's in at an angle? Doesn't look like it broke cleanly off. Not enough pressure at the base of the tang. If you hit too much on the tip, well, there's a tang, it's only on one kind of connection. The side it's connected to is where you want to push against it with a screwdriver bit. Hit it right on that edge. If you hit it more out here, it just kind of bends it down. The problem is the screwdriver is relatively big to the hole. I thought I whacked it good enough to do it, but it doesn't appear to want to break off. It was supposed to. Here, I think it broke that time. Yep. I see the tang laying there. See, the hole's not in there no more, and I didn't see it come up, but it's laying right there, see. You always want to find your tangs, because I guarantee you wherever this thing is at, you don't want to be there. You want those to be deposited in the correct location where they'll never get in the way of anything. Right in there. You don't want that inside of anything to do a lot of damage real quick. Okay, so there's your hole. So the bottom thread should be good in there. No issues. That means the bolt should screw in. So take our little bolt right here, screw, whatever you want to call it. Make sure it starts and goes in there like it's supposed to. Goes in there that deep. Then it quits. It's about 6 or 7 turns in, so about that far is where it quits. Okay. Clean this up again, I'll be back.